A new hazard has emerged for firefighters in a season that's already proving to be volatile.
Personal drones interfered with the control of two major blazes, a forest fire in Nelson and another at a waste treatment plant in Unihanga. The
drones make it unsafe for helicopters with monsoon buckets to take to the air. Alexa Cook reports from Nelson.
One by one, 7 different helicopters swoop in to fill their monsoon buckets from the river, dumping it on the smouldering pine trees. Underneath them, a fire is burning out of control.
We're working pretty hard to contain the fire. The fire is not yet contained.
But all of the helicopters were grounded last night because someone was flying a drone and the risk of a fatal collision was too high.
We lost 30 minutes of active firefighting. It's a hindrance, it makes it unsafe for our crews, and we just don't want it to happen.
And worrying for nearby residents who saw fire crews halted by the drone right when they needed them the most.
Really frustrating because it just takes to the wind to change and fire is really rapid. It could have taken this house out.
11 properties have been evacuated, including Chris Webb's.
How quickly did you have to get out?
Less than 20 minutes.
How did you decide what to take?
I threw some clothes in and then realised, it's the old classic, you always forget something.
What locals haven't forgotten is the devastating Pigeon Valley fire, which tore through an area nearby exactly 5 years ago.
But with Pigeon Valley, I remember it stopped and they thought they had it contained and then it blew back up again, didn't it?
To see where this latest fire started, Fire and Emergency took us beyond the cordon.
Now we've got a crew here doing some structure protection.
That's at Chris Webb's house, where the fire is burning from the roadside right up into a forestry block.
We've got a water supply set up, we've got crews there watching the fire and basically making that property safe.
They met with evacuated residents this afternoon, as it could be some time before they return home.
Fire and Emergency say they could be doing this for several days to try and put the hot spots out, and that's because they need the helicopters, as the terrain that caught on fire is so steep it's hard to actually get crews in there on foot, so this is the best tool for the job.
It's difficult country for us, and then once we do have it contained, there's going to be a fair bit of work in the mop-up, putting ground crews into quite steep and hazardous topography to actually start digging out where the hot spots are.
And to keep that work on track, they're urging people not to use drones.
Alexa joins us now. Kia ora, Alexa. Any idea what caused the fire?
Well, Mike, an investigation is now underway as authorities try to understand what started this fire. They say that they believe it could have been caused by accident, probably something like a spark from a passing vehicle or a careless cigarette butt thrown out the window, because when it's as hot and dry as it is at the moment, it really doesn't take much. And that's why many fire crews around the country are actually poised for similar wildfires, hoping that these scenes don't happen again, and urging all Kiwis to be careful, even with the simplest things like lighting your barbecue or maybe mowing the lawns. They just don't want to see any more fires, and especially no more drones.
Alexa, tēnā koe.